Brett Dawson from Sellout Crowd at the Paycom Center, where the Thunder is a 116-102 winner over the Chicago Bulls. A closer game and a little bit uglier game offensively than that score indicates. The Thunder a little stuck in the mud offensively, really had to fight to win this one on a night when shots weren't falling for everybody. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was great offensively, 40 points for him. Got to the free throw line 18 times and made 17, kind of a throwback to last season for Shai. Chet Holmgren, 18 points, 13 rebounds, 4 blocked shots. Isaiah Joe had 20 points, made 5 3-pointers. And despite all that, the offense really was a little bit bogged down at times. Chicago didn't shoot the ball well at all. The Thunder's defense was pretty good, but they shot the ball well enough from three-point range. 17 of 44 on twos and 17 of 44 on threes. DeMar DeRozan getting to the line, much like Shai. He shot 13 free throws, and so Chicago was just good enough offensively to hang around. And what happened tonight was the Thunder, which has really won a lot of games with its offense, had to win a little bit with grit. That's the word Mark Daigneault used. Took 4 charges, only averaging a half a charge a game this year. Lots of reasons Mark Daigneault said why that number is down from 1.5 a game last year, including some missed time from Kenrich Williams and Jalen Williams, who are kind of two of their big charge takers. But a lot of different factors tonight. A bunch of really key defensive possessions. Chet blew up a couple of plays, had a really key block on Patrick Williams. Isaiah Joe had a 4-point play in the fourth quarter. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, again, just kind of doing what he does, getting into the paint against a very good defender in Alex Caruso, but able to kind of have his way. And there were just times when things outside of Shai offensively weren't going well. Lou Dort didn't shoot the ball well. Josh Giddey didn't shoot it well. Cason Wallace shot it well. He started in place of an injured Jalen Williams, but didn't shoot it much. And so really sometimes when Shai was carrying the offense, when the shot wasn't dropping for Chet, his three-point shot wasn't there tonight, jumper just off, and he seemed a little tentative with it. But Shai made the right plays when he needed to, when the hard double teams came. One really key play, a critical play as Chet cuts down the baseline. Shai finds him for the layup. We get a block at the other end, and then from Chet, and then Shai comes down and gets a driving layup. That was the stretch that really kind of put it away, and that was more the defense than the offense. It's 2 big offensive plays, but really that stop in the middle was the difference maker, and that was kind of the case for the Thunder. Those charges, those key stops, critical times, that was really what won the game for them, and I think that's an important development for this team. You know, Chet Holmgren said after the game, you're not going to make every shot every night. The way they shot the ball against Portland is an outlier. This is a really good shooting team, and it's going to shoot the ball well. But Isaiah Joe's on a total heater. You know, Chet has been shooting the ball exceptionally well. Cason Wallace has been shooting the ball crazily well for a rookie. And some nights that's not going to happen, and so tonight is one of those nights where you had to grind it out just a little bit. Still 116 points, but that's the modern NBA. A lot of free throws for the Thunder, and a lot of those came late. So just kind of a game that you had to fight and play with grit, and I think that was something that this team, it's not that they can't do it. We saw them do it some last year, but the offense has been so explosive and often so smooth that it hasn't really looked like a characteristic of theirs. And so, you know, having to win that way tonight, I think really important for them. That's a developmental step for them. And I think tonight was also a developmental step for Chet Holmgren. You saw him really competing physically with the Bulls, a team that in the season opener, his first regular season NBA game, he looked a little overmatched physically. He got a great block on Andre Drummond, who had kind of pushed him around in that first game. Looked very different tonight, and that's important because coming up Saturday, a great challenge for him as Joel Embiid comes to town with the Philadelphia 76ers. You know, we've gotten to see Chet try to guard Nikola Jokic, and it didn't go particularly well. Now we get to see what it looks like when Joel Embiid comes into town, so that's going to be a fun matchup to watch and a great game to watch, 2 of the better teams in the league. So we'll have plenty of coverage of this game at selloutcrowd.com and of that one at Sellout Crowd and here on my YouTube page, so check all that out. Have a great Thanksgiving. So thankful for all of you who are following along and reading all our work. We appreciate you. Have a great one.